Coach, can I come in?
Williams could tie it with a three. He goes! The first wave, and here he goes. It's Hester. Inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
All right, Coach. Hey, I appreciate you.
Yo, welcome to Scoreboard Therapy. I'm your host, Joshua Williams, and I'm here with my co-host,
Eric. That's it.
and we're going to be talking about the NBA awards, considering that the season is ending next week and the play-in is going to happen around sometime early next week. So we're going to be talking about our NBA awards, starting off with the MVP, which is a very weird award because there's certain players who were in the conversation for a little bit, kind of died down, but there's been two players who I considered always been in the race considering, and one to be Shea. Shea is one of them, and then Victor is one of them, and also Nikola, but Nikola got hurt for a month, so it's kind of hard for him to make it now because he was hurt for such a long period of time.
That rule, man. That rule where
65?
you have to, that 65 rule, man.
I like it.
I mean, I like it for the fact that most teams use it as a way to kind of sneak and rest their players, kind of thing. But when I think about the MVP, that award itself, it's about the value of the player. If you lose that player, your team is just not as good as it used to be. So Shea is hands down. He's the front runner, again, lead scorer and all that other good stuff. But then we got to talk about Victor. It's hard to not put him in the running with his dominance in San Antonio. And again, Luka and Nikola usually get those nods because they're just stat stuffers. I'm telling you, Nikola got how many triple doubles this year? Enough. I'll tell you that. He's got
I don't know, man. He has more than half the games he's played. So I would say anywhere from 40 to 50.
Yeah,
range.
So it's hard not to talk about him in that conversation. But I would definitely go with Shea though. He's the most consistent. His team is got the best team in the league and the most consistent player with a basketball right now.
That's kind of how MVP is ranked nowadays. It's kind of like you got to be the best team, best player on the best team. That's kind of how it is now, because that's kind of how it was last year. Last year when Shea won, he was the best player on the best team. He didn't particularly have the best stats, but just because he was on the best player on the best team.
Yes, same thing with Nikola. Those 2 years.
Yeah, those 2 years he was the best player on the best team.
team.
Well, except for I think the first year he was a 6 seed and he won it. That was amazing. That was a prime year. But the next year he was the best team and he ended up winning it. So I would say that's kind of the criteria. Or if not the best team, you got to be at least a top five seed.
Okay, so that's when we start talking about somebody like Cade Cunningham, who would probably be in the conversation.
Yeah, if he didn't have that collapsed lung, if his lungs didn't collapse, he would have definitely been higher in the race than he is now. He's probably 4 or 5, but he was at one point he was my number 1.
Absolutely. All right, and here's another name that you hear all the time.
Right.
If you can openly say he's the best player in the league, where's Anthony Edwards in this conversation?
Anthony Edwards can hoop, bro. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I watch Anthony Edwards play basketball, and I just I love his game. I don't think he's considered really the best player in the league. I've never thought in my any time during any point of the season where I was okay, Ant's the best player in the league. Nah. Yeah. I think Ant is, if I was to rank Ant, he's considerably around the 7 to 10 range.
Okay.
He's around that. He's definitely top 10. He's just not as top 5 and he's not even in the the six range or something like that.
So I said, value. I'm gonna give a nod to your favorite team. Let's talk about Jalen Brunson and how valuable he is to the New York Knicks.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
Shout out Jalen Brunson.
I'm gonna show love to Jalen Brunson as much as I can. But if I was to rank him in the MVP race, he is nowhere
Nowhere near?
He's nowhere near top 5.
We talking value now. We talking about value.
He's nowhere near top 5.
Okay.
I love him. I love his game. I love watching him play. But I don't think he's top 5. I think, like, if I was to name people above him, obviously Shea's above him, obviously Nicola's above him, obviously Wemby's above him, obviously like Jalen Brunson, Kate Cunningham's above him. Okay. Then that's kind of where I put him. I'll put him like he's 6 basically. He's right below those 5.
All right. I'm eager to see what happens next year too with this whole race. We'll see who wins this year, but I tell you who you need to watch out for, Tyrese Maxey. He keeps getting better. Every year this kid keeps getting better, and I think one year the 76 is going to get over that hump. All right, what award are we going with next?
I rock out with the we can go rookie of the year.
Okay, rookie of the year.
I would say rookie of the year, 2-man race every time.
All day.
Every time. It's a 2-man race usually. And this year it happens to be Cooper and Khan. Yeah. So like when I watch Cooper play the game of basketball, like his shot is so impactful. Like it forces you to play up on him. Like it forces you to make like adjustments based on his jump shot. But when I watch Cooper play, man, Cooper impacts the game on a offensive and defensive level. Yeah. I would say Khan impacts the game on an offensive level. Like he elevates the Hornets to being a playoff team. But Cooper, man, he defensively he's there, offensively he's there. He knows what to do.
Yeah, Khan's a pure shooter. Simple as that. He's proven that he can score and can shoot the ball long. But at the same time, again, when you talk about something who's most valuable or who is the best at something, you think about somebody who impacts the game in more than one way. Cooper Flagg has been playing out of position most of the year. He's not a point guard. Let's put it that way. All right, he's more of a swing player than he is a point guard. Sure. And if you could put him in that realm where he could work from a wing instead of being a point guard, he'll probably be even a little bit more impactful. But I think playing point guard even makes him a better ball player because it gives him that experience at learning how to distribute the ball, which he can do anyway. He can do it naturally. He was a passer in college. He was he didn't have to be much of a passer in high school, scored all those points, but at the same time, I think it makes him a better all-around player. And his size alone just sets him apart from just about everybody else. He can guard maybe 3 or 4 positions, and he's just athletic and young. Got to keep it that way. So I'm going with Cooper Flagg. So
he's the youngest player to score 50 plus. Like that's like LeBron status. Like he basically passed out LeBron.
Yeah, man. When you can feel the score sheet, man, you're at the top of the list.
He's up there. Like I'm watching his rookie season, and I'm like, man, he has like one of the better like rookie seasons, especially in the last 20 years. I would say one of the better rookie seasons. He's like that. I would go with Cooper, but Khan, I wouldn't be surprised if Khan wins, especially because it's like again they love to put in team success, and the Hornets are in conversation for playing.
Yeah, they rolling forward. They rolling forward. I would say that.
But I got Cooper too. So
defensive player of the year.
Ooh, I think it's a 1-man race. I try to find highlights for Evan Mobley just to be nice, but I really think it's Wemby. Wemby clears. I ain't gonna lie. Wemby
clearly has the most blocks.
Okay? Yeah, and he's averaging 3 a game.
That makes him honestly, that's how Rudy Gobert won the years that he won because he's garbage. Okay, Rudy Gobert is not a good ball player.
Offensively, he's garbage.
But at the same time, he is a defensive. He is definitely somebody who's.
I had to do what he did in 2019.
But at the same time, Rudy Gobert did. You know, he was a staple. He was somebody that turned shots around in the middle, which I think Victor does as well. But the difference between the two is he has Victor is scary because of his offensive output. You never see, not since somebody like Kevin Garnett or even we could say the great Dirk Nowitzki. All right, somebody that big that can turn around and get a ball in there. I mean, just with the consistency he does, it's scary, man. So he's as good offensively as he is defensively, but you cannot look past him.
And the man, he's been growing. The man's 7'5". So like,
still growing.
Like you got to understand, like he doesn't have to do much to play defense, but he still puts effort out there to play defense. That's the scary part.
Absolutely.
So like I would definitely that's Wemby's like right here. Like Wemby's to the ceiling, and then you got the rest of the competition like right here on this table.
Yeah, and he sets himself apart just simply because of that. You got other players like Herb Jones in New Orleans.
I like Herb.
You got Chet Holmgren in OKC. They're all good defenders. I'd even say Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes is a solid defender. Very solid defender. I
but put him in none as good as Victor. None as good as Victor. Hands down. Sure. Defensive player of the year. What's next?
Let's go 6-man of the year.
6-man.
6-man of the year is a really weird race this year because it's kind of just like a one man race again, and it comes with Keldon Johnson from the Spurs. I think Keldon Johnson, man, I watched him play. I just like he used to start too. He was always a starter, but like he kind of like when players find their role. It's always fun to see players find their role, and he found his role as a sixth man. Because when you're on the bench and you're playing with the secondary unit, and you know you could be a starter, and you're playing with a secondary unit, it's kind of easier for you to find your role because you're playing a bunch of bench guys. You're cooking bench guys basically the whole game.
Yeah, and you'll have a purpose for coming in. When you play six man, there's a strategic point during the game where you're going to hit the floor. When people start subbing and stuff like that, and they need to continue production in a certain area because he's a very good 3-point shooter. So when they start taking those people out, they put him in, and then you don't lose a step. That's what makes him a little bit more valuable. I still like the kid from Miami. What is it, Jaquez Jr.? He's pretty good too. I think he's good in that race. And I would even go Tim Hardaway Jr. from Denver. I mean, he did pretty good in his switch and roll too. He's
solid. He's very solid. He plays very good minutes for the Nuggets. I can't hate it. I just think Keldon Johnson got it this year, man. It's Keldon's race to win.
Okay, most improved player.
It's Nickeil Alexander-Walker and nobody else.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I think there are two other players from the Atlanta Hawks should be in that talk: Jalen Johnson and Dyson Daniels. All three of them have become very good players.
Jalen Johnson for sure.
Yeah, you can tell because of the surge that Atlanta has had shortly. You know that right after the trade deadline, especially picking up that boy from Golden State, Kuminga, which was I think he was completely misused in Golden State, and now he has an avenue to really show his talent. I'm telling you, Atlanta's they got nothing but a ceiling. So
they have the most potential in the world. I give them like they generally shocked me. Well, I expected them to be good, but for them to be the best team in the last month,
absolutely,
it's just very good. For them to be they are like 27 and 27. You know how they're always 50, like they're always like 500, like just in the middle of the pack. For them to go to that to 50, they're 43 or 45 and like 32. That's just amazing.
That's when you get rid of the distraction of a Trae Young who eats up so much of the ball with all that talent he had around him those years, all that pounding and dribbling and long deep shots.
He can hoop though, man.
He can hoop, but he just wasn't the right fit for Atlanta.
I like him on the Wizards, but the Hawks find their role. They got two guards, him and Dyson Daniels, Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Dyson Daniels, who both play defense and they both get buckets. You feel me? So it's kind of just like, okay, you know, like watching them play is always fun to watch them play for sure.
So what do you think about Keontae George?
For the first half of the season, he definitely was the number one, like my number one thought process off the fact that he just came in the game just cooking. Like he looked like Brandon Roy. Like when I watched him play basketball, like it screamed to Brandon Roy. Like he just came in the game, gave you 30. And there was games where there was like a week where he was averaging 40, just average 40, just giving you buckets. Him and also another not really he also reminded me of D. Will off of just the fact that he plays in Utah.
Okay, yeah.
And his game, he could also pass because D. Will had a pass game. He can hoop. So like watching Keontae George it's a little bit of like a little bit of D1, a little bit of Brandon Roy.
Yeah, I like that Brandon Roy comparison. I do think so. Last one, Coach of the Year. I'm going. They got Joe Mazzulla and JB Biggerstaff from Detroit in the running for that. But I think that Quinn Snyder should at least be mentioned in that conversation with the success in Atlanta.
Well, honestly, the second half of the season, I really was pushing for like Quinn Snyder because of the fact that like obviously the last month the Hawks were the best team in the league.
They got better.
They got so much better. So I like that push, but I think it's a little too late. I do like Joe Mazzulla off of the fact that Tatum was hurt and Brown just out here cooking.
Held it down.
Held the team still a top 3 seed. Love it. JB Biggerstaff, obviously with the Pistons being the best team in the league for at least 3 months. Love it. But if I was to pick somebody, I got to go Joe Mazzulla just off of the fact that Tatum was hurt and Jaylen Brown, you know.
Yeah, Joe Mazzulla get a hands down nod. Biggerstaff does deserve a big nod too because he walked into a very disastrous situation in Detroit and turned it around. But that comes from the player Cade Cunningham and a few other things. All right, those are our picks.
Oh, and I had to mention Clutch Player of the Year too. Even though it's a one-man race, it's basically just Shea, and then
and more Shea.
Shea, you can add, You can add Ant if you want to, and like Tyrese Maxey, but it really don't matter. It's kind of just a one-man race. It's just Shea all the way, Shea clears. But yeah, I appreciate you for hopping on the show.
Right on.
And we'll see y'all soon.
cannot shy away from. For bulls and their riders, these journeys started before they were even born.
Oh, you think this is a game? Nah, this right here, this is the NBA G League. The world's most game-recognized game league. The most groundbreaking league. Most get that weak stuff out league. The most graduated league. Welcome to the world's most G League.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team, plus one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Prepare to experience an adrenaline shot of raw excitement like never before. The Professional Bull Riders Teams Championship is coming to Las Vegas. The world's top bull riders are teaming up and going head-to-head for the ultimate title of champions. October 20th through 22nd at T-Mobile Arena. Get your tickets now at AXS.com. Be a part of history and witness one team walk away with it all.
And welcome back to Scoreboard Therapy. I am Ernie Krause alongside
with Drew Thomas.
And we are about 2 weeks into this MLB season, and there's been a lot of surprises, disappointments, and teams that we, expected there to be. Let's start in the NL with probably, I even see it on your computer right now. In fact, Drew, a big surprise that I'm not going to, toot my own horn here, but I did predict that the Cincinnati Reds would be a formidable force this season.
I mean, absolutely. It kind of took me by surprise a little bit. I mean, with the way the Cubs are playing and the Reds are good, it's kind of an interesting thing that's like turned around. I mean, Ellie De La Cruz is kind of finally becoming that star. I mean, not saying he wasn't a star his rookie year, but we saw such a down year for the Reds last year that kind of threw a few people off.
Absolutely.
But now going into this year, I mean, they're looking dangerous. Who would have thought that the Reds would make this type of run early in the season? Now, still 2 weeks in.
Yes, absolutely.
We'll see how pitching and everything holds up, especially when it comes to playoffs and the rest of the season and when other teams start to heat up. But right off the bat, they're one of the teams that I'm kind of surprised to watch and want to keep on watching throughout the season.
Okay, and I will say this, other surprises, obviously the Cubs with how slow of a start they have. Again, 2 weeks into the season, they could pick up, but right now it's not looking good. Another one that I'm surprised by is San Diego. Like, they're currently in fourth place in the NL West, And they're only at 500. They've had quite a slow start, especially since they've still got Tatis, they've still got Machado, and they even added Castellanos in this offseason. I do think that they will pick up as the season goes on, although, of course, they've still got the Dodgers, and even the Diamondbacks look kind of all right this year.
And that's what early season, I feel like you see some potential, you see some slow starts. One person that I feel like we can't forget on the Padres team is Mason Miller. Might be the best closer ever.
Blind by corn, baby.
Because he is still, I think that he just had his 13th straight save or something like that. I saw a little stat on it earlier today that he's just, if the Padres are up and he is pitching, they will win the game. It's not even close. I haven't seen a closer with this much dominance in a while, I feel like, in baseball, and just watching what he's able to do is insane.
I'll throw in two more surprises here. They're both in the NL East real quick. The Phillies, they're currently only at 504th in the NL East. Especially with who they've got on their roster, you would expect a little more. But another good surprise, well, depending on how you look at it, the Marlins are in third place, and they're playing the Reds right now and giving the Reds quite a run for their money so far.
No, absolutely, and that's especially with the Marlins picked up a former Cub, Owen Casey. And Owen Casey was that is not him on that play, but Owen Casey, again, former Cub, and he's been tearing up for the Marlins team. And again, they've just been hitting home runs, and almost a team that you don't expect a lot of things out of, especially this early in the year.
No, not historically.
Especially it's Miami, so they don't really care about baseball as much as some other squads. But no, Miami's playing great baseball, playing the small ball, kind of a smaller market-ish, and again, finding ways to win games, and it's awesome to see.
Absolutely. Now let's go into the AL. Obviously, people expected the Yankees to be good, and they are well and clear in first place in the AL East. But on the flip side in the AL East, the Blue Jays have been sagging. I mean, they got swept by the White Sox, for crying out loud, in Chicago, which was an absolute surprise by just about everyone. And they just had their World Series rematch series going on against the Dodgers as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Yankees, they finally got Stanton kind of taking charge a little bit, getting as healthy as he can be because he can't really run. But he's hitting homers a little bit. You got Judge, Judge obviously still looking like another MVP year for him. And again, with the Blue Jays, with this fall off, has been really interesting.
The hangover's real.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't even win it, and the hangover is real. And maybe that's just how much disappointment they had last season. But the White Sox, they're, 3-0 at home? Or they're almost, I mean, they've been having a great homestand. No, sorry, they're not 3-0 at home. They just lost 2 to the Orioles, I believe.
3, they got swept by the Orioles,
yes,
so
okay.
they're 3-3 at home this year.
3-3 at home now. But again, the White Sox have been, just beat out. They are a fun team. And when I put my teams to watch this season, the White Sox are a fun team to watch this season.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. Now, I guess with the AL Central has always been a discombobulated mess. It's been a historically weak one. So Cleveland being in front is not a surprise. In second, Minnesota, especially after the fire sale they had in the middle of last season, that's a bit of a surprise to see them good so early on. But of course, they could fall off as the season goes on, but don't ever count the Twins out. Although I will say this, with the Tigers, they've got a slow start as well. They're at the bottom of the division along with the White Sox, which you would expect a lot more, especially for a team that has Tarek Skubal in their rotation.
And again, I think this is just all early season, trying to I know spring training is what the MLB has, and we kind of promote the spring training of a way to get warmed up for the season. But a lot of spring training is really finalizing that roster. You got the young guys coming in there they're trying to make the MLB roster. So you get a lot of reps to the younger, newer guys. The old vets kind of just get a few at bats and don't really get a rhythm per se, but Then you have, again, so I would just say a slow start for some of the teams where the vets we know Scooble was going to have a good year. We know some of these vets are going to produce when the season starts to get going. And I mean, speaking of vets, I mean, I wanted to bring up, Junior Caminero. I know we kind of didn't get into players too much, but he's having a great year. And he's kind of another guy who's like, he's now made himself a star in the league, and it kind of like stemmed from a little bit last year. He showed it a little bit he showed a lot of it at the World Baseball Classic.
Absolutely.
And now for the Rays this year, again, he's another guy who's I want to say he's almost in top 10 for hitters in the MLB.
I wholeheartedly agree with you on that. Now, last team I want to talk about in terms of disappointment, at the bottom of the AL West are AL runner-ups, the Seattle Mariners. I will say this, me personally, now I am not a Mariners fan by any means, but considering their history, they're, very much, I guess down on luck as a franchise they've been. I do at least want to see them succeed. Now, of course, not up against any of my teams, but frankly,
you own teams?
But frankly, to see them at the bottom of the AL West, you can't help but think to yourself, oh, God, here we go again, especially after they went on that 20-plus year playoff drought, which was just absolutely insane that any franchise and fan base would ever have to endure. Now, I do think they do pick it up, although so far Texas is looking good. Houston is getting back up there again, although with the Athletics and Angels, of course with those have kind of tepid expectations when it comes to those two, but I would expect a little more out of Seattle coming out of the gate.
No, Seattle being a little bit down has been interesting, especially after we've seen so much of their small market kind of again figuring out ways to make runs. Unbelievable bullpen. It's just been a little bit disappointing to see them kind of having a slow start. But then again, speaking about small market teams, the Brewers, let alone, have been having another great season. I think Miz, their pitcher, is absolutely a animal this season. And again, I see him making a potential, if he keeps going this way, being Cy Young this year. I just have a lot of players that I wanted to kind of bring up, and because they've been kind of interesting me a lot. I think Nationals have a second year guy, Joey Weimer, who he almost hit the cycle the other day against the Cubs, sorry. And he's just been on a tear, and it's kind of exciting to see some of these young guys who are slightly becoming household names, especially you have the guys like Ohtani and kind of the guys every day, but then you're getting these rookies, especially at the start of the season, showing out, coming up clutch and making big plays. And now we're almost having a bunch of new players to look out for this season. Plus, Mike Trout is back, and that just makes baseball good.
Yeah, and frankly, when Mike Trout is out there, he's good and he's healthy. Frankly, it just makes the game of baseball better because he's a guy that you always want to root for. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body, seemingly. Now, of course, we can talk about how the Angels have been, but frankly, I will say this. He has been very loyal to that fan base, that market, and you got to give the guy at least a little bit of credit for sticking by them this whole time, even though they haven't done too much winning.
No, exactly. And even they had that, I think the Mariners, weren't they the ones that hit him twice, or they hit him up in the shoulder?
That was Atlanta.
Oh, is that okay? So either way, whatever team hits Mike Trout and tries to get him injured, I put all the bad luck onto them for the rest of the season. I can't. If you try to get Mike Trout, the GOAT, injured, I just wish your team no success at all. But then even having the fight, I saw there was the fight between Atlanta and the Angels with Jorge
Lopez
Soler.
and Soler. Yeah,
I mean, we had that fight, and I see Mike Trout running. I know there was a fight, and Jorge Soler was tackled by a coach, but I see during that time, I see Mike Trout running out there. I was like, please, GOAT, don't get hurt running out there. Just let them fight, and you just stay in the dugout. I know he wants to be a part of the team and obviously show that he's the captain, but needs to be careful.
Yeah, and of course, try to keep peace between the two teams, as he does have that veteran presence when it comes to that ball club out there in Anaheim. Anaheim, Los Angeles. Well, I know the city of Anaheim is trying to get the city name back on the team name, so they're Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim again. I mean, personally, it should just be Anaheim Angels, but that's just me. That's just me. I'm not the owner of the Angels, and I am not associated with them at all, but he absolutely has that presence, and when you saw him in that fight, he was playing peacemaker, which frankly is a very Mike Trout move. Now, of course, with Lopez and Soler, both of them got suspended 7 games each, so they will be serving out those suspensions. Hopefully when they come back, they are changed players. But, of course, in that moment, especially since they both played with each other as well in Atlanta, you would expect maybe a little more respect between the two of them. Now, of course, we as a society do not know what goes on in those locker rooms unless it's made public. And as far as I'm aware, nothing public about Lopez and Soler was ever made prior to that, but it really makes you think as to how they see each other. It could just be like a random scuffle, but it could also be from years between these two players.
So do you have early takes on playoffs? I mean, it's 2 weeks in. Right, so we have our surprises, we have our disappointments. What are your early takes, playoffs for this year? Very early takes, but we've seen 2 weeks of baseball.
I do think the Cubs get their act together, and I think the Reds win the division, and the Brewers and Cubs are the wild cards.
Wow.
Yes.
That is a take.
I also think, now obviously Dodgers win the NL West. NL East, I got to give it to Atlanta just because I'm a very anti-Mets guy. And plus, it's just funny. My dad was 11 when 1969 happened, so I kind of got that from him. In the AL, I do think it's the Yankees' year for the AL East.
Yankees' year.
AL West, I want to believe that Seattle gets their act together, and I'd say the Central goes to Cleveland.
Okay. Yeah, you got some interesting takes there.
Thank you.
Especially when all that Sox gear, you didn't want to throw the Sox on your...
It's a rebuilding year. It's a rebuilding year.
You should have thrown up, Muneka, or Moon... Wow.
Murakami.
Yeah, don't even say his first name. Go straight to the second name. Murakami might have to be Rookie of the Year.
Oh, definitely. He is absolutely a forerunner for AL Rookie of the Year. Now, thank you for joining us on this segment of Scoreboard Therapy, and we will be right back for more after this break.
We all have our journeys that we cannot shy away from. For bulls and their riders, these journeys started before they were even born.
Oh, you think this is a game? Nah, this right here, this is the NBA G League. The world's most game-recognized game league. The most groundbreaking league. Most get-that-weak-stuff-out league. The most graduated league. Welcome to the world's most G League.
NBAstore.com, the official online store of the NBA, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NBA fan gear. With unique designs by Fanatics, Nike, and all the latest styles for every NBA team. Plus, one-of-a-kind products and authentic collectibles. Shop now and get today's special offer. NBAstore.com, a Fanatics experience.
Prepare to experience an adrenaline shot of raw excitement like never before. The Professional Bull Riders Teams Championship is coming to Las Vegas. The world's top bull riders are teaming up and going head-to-head for the ultimate title of champions. October 20th through 22nd at T-Mobile Arena. Get your tickets now at AXS.com. Be a part of history and witness one team walk away with it all.
And welcome back to another segment of Scoreboard Therapy, where we're going to talk about some of the best moments in sports, whether that's the championship or just regular season or playoffs. I'm here with
Eric
and Joshua.
And I'm Adam Schneider. So what sport do you guys want to start with?
It doesn't matter. We could just start off with like highlights. We could just start off with like, I would say maybe like just like any finals that come to mind, anything that's like the ending.
I'm a Bulls fan, man. So you got to come up with the final moments. We saw it here early on
The
our
last
show.
shot.
That
The last
last shot, the very famous tush push. All right, they say Michael Jordan created what they call an advantage by pushing Russell in the back to get that shot off. But I mean, honestly, something that we see every day nowadays, right in the league. They don't even call it the push off anymore. So I'm going to go with the shot. MJ.
Shot? I like that. My favorite moment has to be the Blackhawks run in 2013 when they beat the Bruins, 2 goals in 17 seconds. They should have gone back to Chicago for Game 7, but we got 2 goals, one scored by Brian Bickle and the other one by Dave Boland, and game ended in a legendary 17-second run for 2 goals, and Blackhawks won 2013.
Okay.
My favorite moment, being a New York fan in general, is not that moment. Don't care for no Damian Lillard, but my favorite moment is definitely got to be the Giants Super Bowl in 11. Man, I ain't gonna lie. That was one I was like I could like say I watched, like I was alive, and I was like I was able to comprehend. The first one was 07. I was alive, but I wasn't able to comprehend. The 11 one I was able to comprehend. It was just like I thought we had a better team.
You were there.
Eli did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always happy to see that 2011 Super Bowl run.
You know, another moment for me that sticks out is 2006 when the Bears made that Super Bowl run. They didn't win, but Devin Hester's kick return in the opening kickoff, that was something that hasn't been repeated yet. He is the only one that has returned an opening kickoff for a Super Bowl.
And I don't think it will be, not with the way they changed the kickoff rules now.
No.
It's going to almost impossible to get a run back on the kick now because of the rule change.
Yep.
I don't know. We can pick another sport. Boxing. How about the Rumble in the Jungle? Muhammad Ali beating, who did he knock out? George Foreman? And it was, what was it, 1974.
The iconic picture where he's like this looking down.
The rope-a-dope. He pulled him in, he tied the big man out, then he knocked him out.
It was one hell of a boxer. I mean, I think he had a time where he just kept getting hit and then used all the energy and boom.
Rope-a-dope.
Rope-a-dope.
That's what we're talking about. Rope-a-dope. Wear him out, then knock him out. Wear him out, knock him out.
Okay. I had no idea that's what you were supposed to do, but I knew that's what it was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
The name I didn't know, but Josh.
If we're talking boxing, I would say anyone avoids knockouts, just because of like the way he played defense, like his tactic. He was the first like boxer who was like, okay, my tactic is defense. I'm gonna run around you, get you tired, and then it's over with.
Are we talking about Mayweather?
Yo,
Mayweather, 51-0.
51-0, undefeated.
So it was over with.
They tainted that record, man, saying that he either didn't fight anybody or it's not a real record
That's
because he
cap.
didn't knock enough people out.
That's
I thought the
cap.
idea was to win.
To
right?
win, he
I mean,
won.
That is the win.
He won a lot of
The
people,
record
bro.
that was there before with Rocky Marciano's 49-0, that was no one thought it could be beaten. There comes Floyd Mayweather and just
Steps over it.
steps
That's
over
right.
it
Like it's
by
not.
2 wins. By 2
Yeah,
wins.
by 2 wins. And then again, you talk about sports moments. There are tons of things you can talk. Oh, here's go one of my favorites: Scotty over Patrick Ewing.
We
in
can
the
skip this
playoffs.
one.
No, the best part about that highlight.
Thank you.
The best part was when he walked over to
It's the best highlight right here.
when he walked over to
see
Spike
this
Lee
right here?
and told him to be quiet.
You see that right there?
Oh,
that
the one-hand
catch?
grab,
Great,
Odell
that's a great
Beckham.
highlight right there. That's an elite highlight right there. You know what I'm saying?
That I will say, in terms of overall highlights and just best sports moments, that changed the way receivers catch.
For sure, absolutely.
I'm sorry. I'd go to that catch this year by what was it for the Bears? When they beat the Packers this year.
DJ Moore.
DJ
Moore?
Moore when he caught that pass in the end zone.
I like Cortland Sutton's one-hand catch.
Oh yeah.
Cortland Sutton's one-hand catch was amazing. And George Pickens when he was like literally outside of the like literally outside, he caught it. Yeah, George Pickens gonna be a
Whatever
problem this
happened to that guy from Detroit, Megatron?
He retired.
He retired.
He retired.
He's been retired for a
I-
long
He retired for a
time.
little bit.
You talk about catches though. Oh man.
When I think of people who can just catch
Stafford loved him.
When people who can just catch a football, I think of Larry Fitzgerald. That's
Larry
what
Fitzgerald,
people
for
with
sure.
hands. Yes, Larry
For sure.
Fitzgerald definitely is the first person to come to mind. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And just to, like, if we're looking at like modern wide receiver best all time, yeah, Larry Fitzgerald is up there as
For
well.
sure, bro. I wish he got himself that
He was a human highlight.
That Super Bowl in 2010, but obviously they couldn't. Still, this is too overpowered.
Yeah, they was just too good.
Too good, man.
Too good at the time.
But he was right there, though. I mean, he was like right there, bro. But it's all right. It's okay.
Pick a sport.
Pick a sport?
Let's go for a moment. Pick a sport.
All right.
I'll give you one.
All right.
Talk to me.
Let's go with. Okay, we talked about hockey at the beginning. The 1980 Miracle on the Ice, the USA versus the Russian team.
I was
We
not
going
there
Olympics?
for that.
We going Olympics?
Well, the amateur American hockey players upset the heavily favored Soviet professionals, becoming the defining Cold War underdogs.
So any Olympic moment, basically.
In the Olympic moment,
Oh man,
Usain Bolt's.
Usain Bolt.
that one was hit hard just because
Yeah.
he's Jamaican and I love it.
I mean, you can relate.
Oh yeah, for sure I can relate.
It's just like it also shows like a lot of these big moments also show like cultural perspective as well. Just the
Absolutely.
pride, especially when it comes to the Olympics. So for kind of going back to the Russians and the Americans, it was a big blow to the Russians because at that time they were also one of the best Olympic teams ever to have existed.
Absolutely.
USA winning that, just the amount of pride, that was one of the most iconic sports moments in all of sports, in my opinion.
My eyes is definitely the 08 Redeem Team. Just because of the fact, like, obviously, like, we have the 92 Dream Team and all that, and they were just, like, overpowered, but nobody thought it could be replica, and I thought 08 was damn near a replica of
That's Kobe and LeBron.
Kobe,
and
Bron, Wade, Melo,
Oh,
KD, Chris Paul,
Just
Darren
look at
Williams.
that-
when
Look
he
at
was in
that
his prime.
resume, man.
Yeah, that's one of the
That's a
ones,
team.
especially because they were going up against like Kobe. Obviously, he was talking hella to like Paul, because Paul, they all from like and then he was talking like Manu was like he's Argentina from Argentina, so like you got the Spain because it was Spain versus USA in the final. That was beautiful.
Oh,
Speaking of Kobe, that shot was amazing. that shot right there was amazing. Obviously, it was 2006 NBA playoffs, first round. They ended up losing that series, but it was still a good shot. Clutch shot and all that.
Out of
Tim
respect-
Thomas, garbage.
Out of respect for the Masters, anybody know? You got any golf? Any golf moment other than Tiger Woods? Give me a golf moment other than Tiger Woods.
Oh, brother. Crickets.
How about Shooter McGavin? Let's just go with Shooter
I
McGavin.
don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is, my
You
boy.
need
Crickets.
Netflix. Get Netflix, bro. You'll find
I
out
got
Shooter McGavin
Netflix.
is.
But I'm never going my way to type golf it in my Netflix. So
I mean,
Yeah, it's a
really
hard
do.
sport to watch, man.
I mean, if
Absolutely.
anything, I was going to say Happy Gilmore, but that's not a real golfer.
Not real golf. We're
But-
talking about real golf. We'll
No,
talk
I
about
know.
Tiger Woods win in 1997 Masters. 12 strokes at age 21, become the youngest champion.
I mean, his prime was amazing.
Yeah.
He was just a winner all over the place. And he won in 2019. He won the green vest again. I mean, just coming back into golf. I mean, it was a beautiful story. And at the end,
when it went in.
Speaking of golf, Tiger Woods.
There he is, Tiger.
But, oh, man, I will say this. Also, kind of, again, I'm bringing it back to hockey. The 2026 men's hockey team won it since the first time since 1980.
Okay.
That was a big moment for sure.
Not only a big moment, but just it was a very amazing moment as well. I mean, Canada hasn't won it since 2014, so having America and a Canada matchup being two big rivals, that was just a storybook ending for the 2026 team.
Comparison. Best game ever in basketball history. Now, you say Wilt scored 100. You got Kobe behind him with 81, and here comes Adebayo. All right, so compare Adebayo's 83 to Kobe's 81.
There is no comparison. 81 clears his 83. Just for the fact that the game was close.
83 is more.
I respect the 83 is more.
Yeah, we respect the 83 is more.
But when you're playing the Washington Wizards and you're just standing on the other side of the court waiting to get the ball, I don't care.
And you foul your way into it.
Don't care.
Kobe took 81. Adebayo was given 83.
He still
Let's
had to
just say
make
that.
all
Okay?
30 of those free throws.
That's a fact. But if nobody's guarding you, and you're just okay, let me just take a breath.
30 free throws, you say?
Let me just
Tell it to
30?
Shaq.
Wow.
So let's take a breath.
How many free throws
Shaq
did
wouldn't
Kobe
hit that. Shaq
shoot
ain't
that
hitting
game?
that.
I actually
Shaq ain't hitting that. Bro, like literally, Bam shot 30 free throws.
There's an iconic moment that I want to mention that I don't think we mentioned yet. Dwayne Wade to LeBron's dunk.
Oh yeah, that's an iconic moment.
The picture of Dwayne Wade.
It's really the picture that makes it iconic. That
Oh
picture is
yeah,
amazing.
but I mean, just
How much you shot?
18 free throws.
Okay, all right.
He shot 18. So
All right.
You can almost
All
double
right,
that
then.
amount with
So
Adebayo.
what are we talking
He got
about?
half of his points from the free
What
throw
are we
line.
talking about, gang?
Dwayne Wade had one of my underrated moments was him dunking and just destroying Andre Villanueva. Or no,
Varejao.
Oh,
When he dunked
yes.
over him, he just stepped over him. Oh,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Another one. Yeah, this is an elite moment right here. Ray Allen's 3. Bang, bang.
You don't leave the best shooter in the game open for a
the best shooter in the game.
millisecond. Nope. Not for a millisecond.
And you gave him
don't do
you gave him room to step back to shoot a 3. That's crazy, bro. And then obviously LeBron ended up. It's crazy because I'm thinking of this. What I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think of this is if he doesn't hit this shot, Tim Duncan is 6-0 in the NBA Finals.
That's very true.
And it's a whole different conversation. I would have him like
Baseball highlights.
I would have him like in the top 3 conversation if he got this one.
Yeah.
He's already in my top 5, but I would have like Tim in the top 3 if he got this.
a more interesting one, kind of going to baseball, is the Diamondbacks winning in 2001 against the New York Yankees. Went to Game 7. It was an upset.
I'm okay.
Randy Johnson wins his first MLB title.
I'm okay, bro.
And I mean,
I'm okay on that.
hey, that was the only Diamondbacks title to date as of now.
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. But, it's whatever.
But at the end of the
It's
day,
whatever.
I mean, it was
okay.
It was
we
fun
run
to
it.
watch. I wasn't watching.
I guess you're saying, but like, yeah, we run it, bro.
All right.
I think there's also like there is like good. Obviously, I'm gonna bring back the 07, Super Bowl because like the helmet catch, man, that was beautiful.
David Tyree.
That was
David Tyree.
That was helmet catch was like peak.
What about sports blunders?
Sports blunders.
How about you speaking of football? I think about that play or that year that Marshawn Lynch had such a good year, and they're in the
14?
playoffs. They don't handle the ball off to him,
2014?
and they don't hand the ball off to him. They try to throw it.
Malcolm Butler. Malcolm Butler intercepts that.
Why not hand the ball off in that?
Because he's stupid.
No, that I wouldn't say.
Simple.
I would say that's more of a Pete Carroll decision. That wasn't
Yeah, for sure.
When I think of sports blunders, Indianapolis Colts. What are you doing shifting your entire team to the sideline and just leaving your center and the quarterback?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They went for the hook and ladder. They went for the hook and ladder and it just did not work. Yeah.
More like a direct snap to the
actually,
defense.
I know a great fumble. The butt fumble.
Elite.
The butt fumble, one of the worst things ever. I mean, Sanchez just got a whole face of booty in his face. Excuse me. Mark Sanchez got a whole, he got booty in the face. I mean, fumbled.
Adam.
And then the Giants went on to beat the Patriots.
Adam.
Okay, missed calls. Controversy.
Oh, that
the block from LeBron against the Warriors, that chase down block, I think it was goaltending. I'm just gonna say that. I think it was goaltending.
Tom Brady in the
I think the ball hit the rim
Tom
first.
Brady
I
versus
think it was
the Raiders.
goaltending.
Absolutely
That was a fumble. That was a fumble.
You want to talk
Tuck rule.
about 2018?
The Saints versus the Rams.
Oh
That was an
my
offensive-
God, that was an offensive. I don't care what
That
nobody
was an
says. Saints
offensive
should have won the
pass
whole
interference.
thing. Saints should have won the whole thing. Let's talk about it, bro.
Pass interference. Excuse me.
That should have been a pass interference.
Yeah,
today.
that was my
Definitely,
God.
bro.
Saints could have won that year too.
I ain't gonna lie. No. If Saints would have beat Rams and they would have beat the Patriots, I guarantee it.
They had a good team that year.
Guarantee it, bro. Breeze would have got his second. That would have been perfect, bro. Perfect.
It would have. Yeah, perfect ending.
Perfect ending, bro.
Ooh, you know what? I wish we can get into it, but what ifs? See, we got
a couple.
We got a bunch here.
I got one who
way too many.
I got one who resides in Chicago. I got one who resides in Chicago.
Derrick Rose, if he didn't tear.
Oh no! What if Scottie Pippen had came in that game and took that shot instead of Kukoc?
Ooh,
how about that?
What if Greg Oden wasn't injury prone?
Ooh, Greg Oden, yeah.
What if Brandon Roy wasn't injury prone?
What if Grant Hill didn't get hurt at all?
What if the New York Knicks won more championships?
What if Tim Duncan signed to the Orlando Magic in 2000?
Guys, thank you
Allen
for watching
Houston.
Scoreboard
Allen Houston's
Therapy.
injury. New York, baby.
Well, thank you for watching Scoreboard Therapy, and we will catch you on the next episode very soon. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.
What ifs? We got to get into that conversation.
So we gonna get into it.